Tonight, inside Trump Tower, the president-elect emerging from the elevators with Kanye West. What the two then said. And it came just hours after Mr. Trump's choice for Secretary of State. Critics pouncing on Rex Tillerson's relationship with Vladimir Putin. Breaking news tonight, a hung jury, what we've just learned and what the judge just ordered in the case of the Florida wife accused of plotting to kill her husband. Police staging this scene telling her that her husband had been killed. The grandfather, 73 years old, unarmed, shot and killed by police. Tonight, his family says he had dementia. New surveillance right here tonight. The Arctic blast moving in this evening, 100 million Americans facing wind chills 10 to 20 below zero. And the major recall at this hour, the popular kitchen appliance. Authorities say pieces of the blade can break away in your food. Several injuries reported.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. And we begin with that surprise meeting today at Trump Tower. The guest making headlines in the lobby. And that visit came hours after the biggest announcement yet involving the president-elect's cabinet. Mr. Trump choosing Exxon CEO Rex Tillerson for Secretary of State. Tonight, praising him as critics now take aim at his ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin. But when Mr. Trump came down to the lobby today, it was not his choice for Secretary of State he talked about. No questions taken on that front. Instead, it was a photo op with Kanye West. ABC's Tom Yamas leads us off from Trump Tower.
Today, just hours after announcing his pick for Secretary of State, the president-elect emerging from Trump Tower elevators, not with his top diplomat, but with rapper Kanye West. The two meeting upstairs, posing for photos obtained by TMZ, and afterwards walking over to reporters.
Just friends, and he's a good man. Doing well. Long time. We've been friends for a long time. Life.
But the headlines everywhere else, Rex Tillerson, the ExxonMobil CEO, Trump tapped for Secretary of State, touting his vast experience at dealing successfully with all types of foreign governments. Among them, Russia, now accused by American intelligence agencies, including the CIA, of deploying hackers to disrupt the election, though Trump himself still doesn't believe it. Tillerson has a long history with Russia's President Vladimir Putin, seen here at a champagne toast.
I've known him since 1999. And I have a very close relationship with him.
Putin awarding Tillerson one of Russia's highest honors for foreigners. And today, the White House breaking from the cordial transition with this direct shot at Trump.
Throughout his campaign, the president-elect indicated his intent, if elected president, to pursue warmer relations with Russia. So what better way to do that than to choose somebody who's been awarded the Order of Friendship by Vladimir Putin to be your Secretary of State.
And Tillerson says Russia sees him as a straight shooter.
And they know if I say no, it means no. And talking about it more isn't going to change that no, it's still going to be no. Over the years, I think we have earned each other's respect. And the importance is then when we say yes, we know you'll follow through on that yes.
If confirmed, Tillerson will be the first Secretary of State to have never served in government or in the military. His entire career, 40 years at Exxon, and the company could make billions if the Trump administration lifts sanctions on Russia. That hasn't gone unnoticed on Capitol Hill. Republican Senator Marco Rubio saying the next Secretary of State must be, quote, free of potential conflicts of interest. But standing in Tillerson's corner today, former Secretaries of State Condoleezza Rice and James Baker, and former Defense Secretary Bob Gates. All three work for law firms who represent Exxon. Back at Trump Tower, the president-elect refusing to discuss any of it. The outspoken West, tight-lipped as well.
Hi, no comment about your meeting with the president-elect. This is the president-elect of the United States. Nothing to say?
I just want to take a picture right now.
And as they said their goodbyes,
And you take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. All right?
West later tweeting he was there to, quote, discuss multicultural issues.
And Tom Yamas with us live at Trump Tower tonight. And Tom, we saw President-elect Trump and Kanye West there in the lobby today. Many still waiting for that press conference. In November, the president-elect declaring in a tweet, quote, I will be holding a major news conference in New York City with my children on December 15th to discuss the fact that I will be leaving my great business to fully focus on running the country. What's the Trump team telling you now? When will that happen, this press conference, and what's their explanation for the delay?
Well, David, it was supposed to happen, as you mentioned, on Thursday. It's now being postponed, quote, to the near future. No reason has been given why that press conference has been postponed. Trump did take to Twitter, and he mentioned that he's going to leave the company to his sons and executives at the Trump Corporation, with that no new deals would happen while he's in office. But there's so many questions. What exactly does that mean? Because every transaction will be scrutinized while he's in the White House. David?
Tom Llamas live at Trump Tower tonight. Tom, thank you. We turn next tonight to new surveillance coming in just before we came on the air tonight in a troubling case. Video from that neighborhood where a 73-year-old grandfather suffering from dementia was shot and killed by police during a late-night walk. Officers were responding to a call from an eyewitness, but the family says he had no gun and was wandering because of the dementia. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
Scrutiny is mounting tonight against the Bakersfield, California Police Department for shooting and killing that unarmed 73-year-old man. Just before 1 a.m. on Monday, you can see in this surveillance video police responding to this dispatch call.
Brown jacket, unknown if under the influence, armed with a revolver.
But the dispatcher also alerts officers about something else.
Francisco Cerna reported us to having dementia.
Mabel Jones' daughter made that 911 call about Cerna not recognizing her neighbor.
They told him to go back across the street. Don't come out, go back. And he just kept coming. And they shot him.
Francisco Cerna lived in that house, and it was just feet from his front door where the officers encountered him right in the driveway of his neighbor's house. And it was here that they opened fire. Neighbor Donald Clark heard the gunshots.
They killed that man for absolutely no reason.
Neighbors are saying that that man was killed in cold blood.
I think the investigation will show that. Our officers are trained to and are allowed to use deadly force.
ABC News has learned at least 7 shots were fired. Tonight, Cerna's family is demanding justice.
They all knew this was the man with dementia, and my father gets killed. That's just inexcusable.
We may never know exactly what happened, David, and that's because this department says there was no body cam, no dash cam, and no surveillance video of the shooting itself. David.
Matt Gutman with us tonight. Thanks, Matt. And now to a bombshell in another case making national headlines. Is it a hung jury? The jury telling the judge late today they are deadlocked. The wife accused of ordering a hitman to kill her husband. The video captured by investigators. Tonight, what the judge has now ordered the jury to do. ABC's Mara Scavocampo with late developments.
Deadlocked.
We, the jury, feel that we cannot reach a unanimous decision.
Tonight, the jury in that dramatic murder-for-hire trial telling the court they cannot agree on a verdict after beginning deliberations early today. Prosecutors say Dalia DiPolito hired an undercover officer posing as a hitman to kill her husband in 2009. The state showing this video during the trial, a fake murder scene carefully staged by police.
Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man, he's been killed.
Jurors also saw this video, DiPolito in a car with the phony killer for hire.
Already, I'm positive, like 5,000% Charlotte.
While DiPolito didn't testify, she says she was just acting as part of a reality TV show, maintaining her innocence in an interview with ABC's Amy Robach.
Did you want your husband dead?
No, absolutely not.
Did you hire a hitman to kill your husband?
No.
In 2011, DiPolito was convicted of solicitation to commit first-degree murder, sentenced to 20 years in prison, but that was overturned on appeal. David, for now, the judge has sent the jury home to rest and will ask them to continue deliberating in the morning. David?
Mara Scavocampo with us tonight. Thanks, Mara. Next this evening, 100 million Americans bracing for dangerous cold this evening. Wind chills well below zero after deadly winter storms. A driver rescued from an icy pond in Minnesota today. Her SUV sliding off the road there. Tonight, winter weather alerts in 14 states now, from California clear across to New York. And ABC's Alex Perez from Chicago.
Tonight, that Arctic blast turning roads outside Chicago to ice rinks. Outside Minneapolis, one woman lucky to be alive after her SUV goes off the road and into a frozen pond. One person rushing over with a wood pallet. The driver using a fire extinguisher to smash open her rear window. Those Good Samaritans then helping pull her to safety. Bands of heavy snow moving through Ohio and Indiana today, leaving more accidents in their wake. Back in Chicago, commuter rail workers lighting fires to keep track switches warm. Riders bundling up.
I got 3 layers, then I got a sweatshirt, then I got my work clothes under it.
With even colder air on the way, a medical warning. If you suspect frostbite, don't make this mistake.
We often see patients that have actually burned themselves because they're sticking numb hands in front of a heat source and not realizing how hot that can be.
And David, here in Chicago, it only gets worse. Today, the high temperature felt like 9 degrees. Tonight, it will feel like 9 below zero. David?
The hardy people of Chicago have seen it before. Alex, thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z tracking the cold tonight. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, David. As soon as the wind chill drops below 25, below zero, that's when you can get frostbite in less than 30 minutes. So let's look at that air that's actually touching parts of the northern plains tonight, and we'll settle in the nucleus of the cold air to places like Chicago by Thursday morning, where you see a 19 below for a wind chill. It moves east, and by Friday, it's 4 below New York City, 17 below Boston, and this is really a sign of winter, as is all that moisture headed to Northern California. Warm and moist air, more than 4 inches of rain could fall in the northern Sierra. Got to be careful, flash flooding and debris flow. David.
All right, Ginger Z with us tonight. Ginger, thank you. We move on to other news now and the chilling moments in court today in Charleston, South Carolina. Dylan Roof on trial in the murders of 9 black worshipers at a Bible study. They had asked him to join them in prayer. Tonight here, prosecutors revealing just how carefully they say Dylan Roof prepared. ABC's Steve Osunsami in Charleston.
Jurors learned today that this admitted racist and accused murderer seen here entering this historic black church had staked out Mother Emanuel AME several times, months before the killings in 2015. An FBI agent explains that a GPS device in Dylan Roof's car shows he drove nearly 2 hours from his home in Columbia to the church in Charleston in December of 2014, twice in February the next year, again in April, and then twice in May. In this cold-blooded FBI confession, Roof admits to killing 9 people and explains why he hates black Americans.
I had to do it because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is brave enough to do anything about it.
Police say they found more of these, pictures of Roof with Confederate flags and even wearing white hoods, on thumb drives and computers at his home. They also found drawers and closets full of hollow point bullets.
Well, actually, I bought them at different Walmarts, Not for any reason, it's just they didn't have the money.
The trial could close soon, and the last witness will be one of 3 survivors who says Roof told her that he would let her live so she could tell the story. David?
Steve Osunsami with us again tonight. Overseas tonight, and the breaking headline, the city of Aleppo in Syria now falling to the Syrian government. There was an apparent agreement late today with the rebels, allowing remaining families to escape with their lives. But there are reports that in the final hours before that deal, Syrian troops were described as going door to door, killing family members who were still there. ABC's Alex Marquardt, who just left Syria.
Tonight, harrowing reports of President Assad's forces carrying out summary executions on innocent civilians in Aleppo. The UN claiming more than 80 people shot on sight, including 24 women and children, leaving bodies lying in the streets. A spokesman calling the reports a complete meltdown of humanity. Tonight, the ceasefire now declared, with much of the information coming out nearly impossible to verify. A Syrian general calling the charges of executions baseless. The latest fighting right near where we reported from just days ago. Because now the rebels are lobbing mortars. There have been chilling pleas from those who say they were trapped in the horror.
More than 50,000 of civilians are threatened with field executions.
Today, the mass exodus, women and children with empty stares seeking safety. Where they go from here, far from certain. Alex Marquardt, ABC News, London.
Alex, thank you. And next tonight, the dramatic final moments of the doomed cargo ship El Faro before it sank heading into Hurricane Joaquin in the Atlantic last year. Transcripts of the ship's voice recorder now revealing that the mate requested several times to divert around that storm, and the captain's fatal decision to stay the course. The engine giving out. All 33 crew members were lost with that ship, just some of their faces right there. Back here at home tonight to the economy, more records on Wall Street today. The Dow now poised to hit a new milestone. The index gaining 114 more points today, closing at 19,911, so close to 20,000. The 16th record high just since the election. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. The major recall tonight, the popular kitchen appliance found in millions of homes in this country. And the new warning that pieces of the blade that can break away in your food. Several injuries reported and what you should do right now. The big change tonight coming to the Super Bowl. If you're a fan of the commercials, the one thing you will not be seeing this year. And Made in America is back tonight, and tonight it's your ideas. Here's a clue. One thing that will end up on the Christmas dinner table. They began whipping it up in 1948. Any guesses?
Your body was made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis. Before you and your rheumatologist move to another treatment, ask if Xeljanz is right for you. Xeljanz is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA, for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz can reduce joint pain and swelling in as little as 2 weeks and help stop further joint damage.